Fans have been eagerly awaiting information regarding the 5th and final season of Stranger Things ever since Season 4 ended. The writers have revealed some entertaining facts now that Season 5 scripting is still in progress. Where did the writers share abandoned plot points? Did Millie Bobby Brown want characters to die in the series? Stay tuned to find out all the important unanswered questions that we need answered. First up, where did the writers share abandoned plot points? 3 plot points have been disclosed by the writers, who posted about them on the Stranger Things Twitter account as crazy stuff that almost happened. The tweets stunned viewers by drawing attention to the 2 characters that Eleven, Millie Bobby Brown, and Will, Noah Schnapp, nearly killed in Season 2, as well as a much lighter subplot featuring a collaboration between Jim Hopper, David Harbour, and a character's family. A few days later, they revealed that Eleven was going to mercy kill her mother in the same season. The first reveal that they made was via a tweet. Quote, in Season 2, a possessed Will was going to kill Bob. They recently revealed that in Season 4, Hopper was going to team up with Alexi's dad. Next up, what plot twists did they tweet about? As the charming beloved Radio Shack manager Bob Newby in Season 2, who dated Will's mother, Sean Astin, finally starts to get along with Will as Joyce Byers, Winona Ryder's boyfriend, before uniquely meeting his unfortunate demise at the end of the season. Bob was given a much more heroic ending after using his computer talents to assist Joyce and Will escape from a laboratory where they were held captive by the Demogorgons instead of the tragedy that the creators had in mind. Bob attempts to save them, but is fatally attacked by one of the beasts in front of Joyce. After Will's trip to the Upside Down in Season 1, the Mind Flayer began to command him throughout the season. According to this alternative version of the 2nd season of the popular mystery series, Will would have killed his beloved father figure. Even though Bob was doomed in both versions of the story, the official version spares the Byers family some anguish. Eleven meets up with her long-lost mother Terry in the same season, Amy Mullins. She attempted to rescue her daughter from the Hawkins lab. Still, Dr. Brenner, played by Matthew Modine, tortured her with electroshocks instead, leaving her character in a catatonic state. After telepathically connecting with her aunt and learning about other lab siblings, Eleven in the series decides to leave her mother to care for her aunt Becky, Amy Simons. Next off, what was the writer's latest tweet? Moving on from situations in which the authors of Stranger Things came dangerously close to causing more trauma to the show's adored children, they chose a lighter disclosure in their most recent tweet in this series. The writers had intended for Chief Hopper to end up in a Russian prison camp where he would meet and collaborate with Dr. Alexis, played by Alec Utgoff's father, even though many fans believed him to have perished following the explosion beneath the Hawkins Starcourt Mall. Before being assassinated by Grigory, he only appeared in 4 episodes of Season 3, but the recurring character made an impression on both writers and viewers alike. Next up, did Millie Bobby Brown want characters to die in the series? Millie Bobby Brown, the actress, mistook the show's careful handling of its characters' fates when she said that the Duffer Brothers needed to include many more deaths in Stranger Things Season 5. The Stranger Things Season 4 actress implied that the stakes of their struggle with the Upside Down aren't high enough by saying that there weren't nearly enough character deaths. However, Brown's claim ignores the legitimacy and overall goal of the supernatural battles in the series, especially in light of how profoundly significant the few character deaths in Stranger Things have been. Brown directed the Duffer Brothers as sensitive Sallies for being unduly reluctant to end the characters' lives in Stranger Things. Character fakeouts on Stranger Things have made character deaths controversial for a while. Even though Will's death, Brenner's end, Hopper's death, and now Max's death have all been changed, only a few casualties of the returning characters have been proven to be irreversible. Brown's complaint follows a general idea that the Duffer Brothers need to boost the ante by permanently murdering a few main characters as Stranger Things Season 5 draws to a close. This criticism, nevertheless, is not correct in light of how Stranger Things has taken character fatalities therefore far, which signified a high-stakes conflict with the Upside Down. For Stranger Things to demonstrate the destructive character of Vecna's anger, there is no need to kill only for the pleasure of killing. Next off, does Millie Bobby Brown always use sarcasm while talking about Stranger Things? On the other hand, we have one of our favorite characters, Eleven. While fans speculate that Millie will let her character die, we think otherwise. Things are frequently taken out of context on the internet. Just ask Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Eleven on the Netflix series Stranger Things, who often sees her quips and snarky remarks reemerge as self-important headlines. Consider her desire for Eleven to die in the impending 5th and final season. Or is she kidding? Although Millie Bobby Brown has many ideas about the program, not all of them should be taken as absolute truth. She wasn't entirely wrong, but Stranger Things isn't that kind of show. Unlike when she told The Wrap last year that the show is too mild and should adopt a more Game of Thrones style approach and feature a massacre. At the time, she exclaimed, "They tried killing David Harbour off and they brought him back," but she tends to be somewhat snarky in her remarks. In a recent interview, she made a minor correction. "I say all these things under my breath and then people take them and print them, and I'm like, no. I said, as a joke, that I wanted her to marry and work at Target. That was a joke." joke. Next, is Millie Bobby Brown okay with being replaced as 11? Fans are understandably talking about potential spin-off projects now that Stranger Things will conclude after the upcoming season. The show's creators, Matt and Ross Duffer, are already working on a covert spin-off, but Millie Bobby Brown doesn't seem ready to come back. She wants someone else to assume the role. I'm just so focused on Enola Holmes 2. Stranger Things. We saw it, loved it, and have big hearts, but let's make more Enolas. Let's put that on Netflix. But other than that, I'd love to see another bald 10-year-old get given the opportunity. I would help her navigate it. It appears that Stranger Things' 5th and final season will begin filming the following year, so we may anticipate its release somewhere in 2024. Millie Bobby Brown will be seen on November 4th in Enola Holmes 2. Next up, are Stranger Things' death still now enough? Stranger Things has yet to lose any of its key characters. Still, the writers have handled the show's notable deaths masterfully. Barb's demise in Stranger Things Season 1 set the tone for the series. If Barb couldn't survive, Will couldn't either. Barb's death not only played a significant role in Nancy's character evolution, but also spurred an outline movement to demand justice for Barb when many people chose to ignore her fate. One of the first Stranger Things characters to leave viewers inconsolable was Bob Newby, Sean Astin, going in Season 2. Bob is depicted as a delightfully nerdy guy who gives the Byers family a feeling of normality and innocence. In his final moments, he was transformed into an action hero after many people doubted him throughout his life. Dr. Alexi's character development in Stranger Things Season 3 was limited to just a few episodes before a Russian hitman murdered him. Still, his passing demonstrated that a character's good intentions and innocence would not make them immune. Billy played a significant antagonistic role in Stranger Things Season 3. Max's terrible realization of Billy's potential in Season 4 was made possible by Billy's selfless death, which revealed a return to the person he may have once been. Next off, do the Duffer Brothers have to kill Stranger Things cast to retain attention? Even if the stakes in Stranger Things are high, many deaths won't make for exciting storytelling. In Stranger Things, a character's death is less significant than the circumstances surrounding it. The Stranger Things series takes place in the real world, where even the most minor character deaths have a considerable effect, even though it is a science fiction plot with monsters like Vecna seeking to take as many lives as possible. As a result, life is much more critical in the Stranger Things universe. The Duffer Brothers are right to point out that Hawkins' approach to the end differs from that of Game of Thrones, not Westeros's. Deaths shouldn't be exploited in Stranger Things for shock value, since doing so would undermine the show's most humanizing element, which depends on the characters' internal struggles rather than whether or not they'll die in battle, and that's the essential part of the series. The abandoned plot twists are fun to read, and imagine how the series could have gone by if they had used those plots. If a significant character in Stranger Things passes away, it should have a solid storyline to support it. Do you enjoy reading the abandoned plot twists? Should Stranger Things host more character deaths? Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below, and thanks for watching.